Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ty and today we're talking about many of the major changes we saw in the latest update for Dying Light the Beast, including a few secret ones I haven't seen a ton of people talk about. Now, Techland has built this up to be the biggest update yet, and it is. New Game Plus has arrived, legend levels are here, a lot of the post-launch stuff we wanted, we finally got. So to jump right into it, we got even more weapon finishers to mess around with, and as usual, they're pretty cool looking. As I mentioned, legend levels have arrived, which can turn you from getting destroyed by volatiles into an unstoppable madman, allowing you to straight up one-punch man everything in your way. Want to play through the entire game just by kicking things? No problem. The balancing for it is determined by where you are in New Game Plus. If you don't progressively play through it, which you can up to 10 times, you will easily outpace the levels of everything else, which I do see a lot of people happy about, and at legend level 300, I do think you earned it, but I will say, accidentally smacking my truck and having it blow up on me is getting pretty old. So I do think the balancing needs some tweaks. If you've played a Dying Light game before, then you know what the legend levels are and you know what to expect. You can reload quicker, increase the beast mode duration, chop limbs off more effectively, make you more resilient to fall damage, and all around pretty good stuff. And you can reset the levels anytime you want. This update also brought along a ton of new weapons along with a new weapon tier for New Game Plus called Iconic. These are the weapons you can rack up hundreds of millions of damage on, so yeah, have fun. But to be real, your fist won't punch anything too, so those are just more like salt and pepper in the stew, if you know what I mean. Some of the weapons, like the guns, are pretty much just reskins of what we've seen before, but some of the melee weapons are pretty sick, I gotta admit. We also got more car skins that represent some of the in-game brands that you can earn by leveling up in legend levels, and then there's two other outfits that can be earned in the same way. I'm glad we're getting more glasses, but I do really wish there was a couple more rewards to earn. Really nothing there that I was blown away by, and that goes for the update in general besides one thing. Every Dying Light game besides Bad Blood has had Nightmare Mode, which is the game pushing you to your limits. That'll still remain the case, but they are incorporating more survival elements into it. The community, including myself, has been asking a long time for a survival mode where you have to keep track of your hunger by eating food and rationing. And well, they're actually making it happen. In the menus, you can see it say there will be a hunger bar with Nightmare Mode, and I'm very happy to see it. I actually didn't think it would happen, but it's the perfect setting for it, and so I hope we see a few other gameplay changes to that extent as well. I really doubt we'll see it, but the main thing I want is roaming chimeras. I've been playing with the chainsaw mod pack recently, and every once in a while a chimera will roll up and, well, yeah, that's the power of love. Before we continue, we have to thank today's sponsor. We all love good deals, right? Well, in terms of gaming, some of the better value ones can be found on Aniba. Aniba is a digital marketplace where you can find all types of game keys, gift cards, and occasionally the thing that you can rarely find anywhere else. For example, if you ever wanted to play Dying Light Bad Blood, the servers are still on, then you can snag a key on Aniba for very cheap. It's a solid spot to stock up on games you initially forgot about, then think, oh yeah, that'd probably be a ton of fun like the Batman Arkham collection. So use my links down below to try some new games or to help support the channel today. And let's continue. Back in November, the airdrop challenges were removed, which I did wish they kept, but they did add in volatile hives to the map at the very least, so there is that. Most of the hives were always in the game. There are a few new ones, but most of them were just random encounters that I feel like most people never saw, so now they're guaranteed to spawn there. Like before, I've played over 100 hours of this game and I've seen a random hive once. So I am very glad to see this sort of change. Here are all the spots they spawn in, and initially they do appear as a question mark, but then they become this icon. And when you kill the hive, it becomes gray and returns to blue once it's fully respawned. It's also worth noting that the pools of blood you see here have slightly changed as well, now fading a little bit more into the ground. Most of the time it does look better than before, and sometimes it just looks a little weird. Another change is they've added small wooden boards to these pillars in the water surrounding the docks, just making the parkour a little bit easier, I suppose. The patch notes for the latest update said they resolved over 200 parkour and environment navigation issues, which is good because from my experience, climbing certain ledges just feels jankier than it should. I've seen some people point out that a few NPCs have been completely redesigned, and it does make me wonder if we're going to see more changes to cutscenes and the story, sort of like we saw with Dying Light 2 back then, which honestly feels longer ago than it actually is. It's kind of crazy to think about. But I doubt, like we got for Dying Light 2, we would see a full-on new epilogue, but it would be nice to see. Another change that I'm not entirely 100% sure about, but I think they made some of the dark zones a bit darker like this hardware store, but I might be tripping about that one. Oh yeah, I forgot, ray tracing came in this update for PC players. It's apparently a little bit buggy for some people, and it just overall has little visual differences that are worth sacrificing the FPS, so for me personally, I never bother. But for those that care about that sort of thing and have been waiting, there you go. Beyond the update making a ton of mods unplayable, which tends to happen with every major update, that's pretty much it when it comes to the update itself. I did mention this in a short video recently, but Tamon, the Dying Light franchise director, has pretty much confirmed they are doing more post-launch content beyond Nightmare Mode and the rest of the weekly challenges. What that could be, I have no clue, but with how much they've been listening and delivering a new version of Be the Zombie, it might actually happen. I truly don't know, but I have a feeling, man. I got the feeling. But we shall find out together. And if you enjoyed, then do me the favor of liking this video, subscribe if if you want, and have a glorious day, folks. Adios.